Hi, I'm Tevin Cunningham.
And I'm Ksenia Shipotkina, and welcome to the first segment of Pauw Wow TV. Make sure you guys check us out online at powwow.com for more stories, news, and interviews about St. Peter's and campus life.
Speaking of campus life, I hear the new student center is supposed to be open very soon.
I wonder how that's going. Let's go to Michelle and see what she has to say.
I'm in front of the Mac Mahone Student Center, and as you can see, the gates are gone, but the doors are still locked. I spoke with some students who wanted to share their thoughts on the unopened center.
I haven't seen it from the inside yet, but it looks beautiful from the outside, and I'm hoping that it has a much bigger gym because I come to the gym every day, and as a commuter, it's important for me to work out. So I just hope that it's big and there's a lot of machines, and it's more welcoming than I guess this gym.
I'm really excited, but my only concern is that the funds that have been used to create this new center could have been better and more efficiently used to renovate what we already have, and just to make a more friendly and student-friendly environment around our campus.
I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a lot of work that has to be done, and they want to make it perfect. So I guess that's what's taking it so long.
Construction of the Student Center still continues after being delayed for a month, and despite the mixed feelings, students are interested in seeing the completed building. This is Michelle Raganandan reporting for Pauw Wow TV.
Wow, I can't believe it's almost done. Thanks, Michelle.
In other news, about 2 weeks ago, St. Peter's held an interfaith vigil for peace. The vigil took place at St. Aidan's Church on January 30th in response to the recent shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut.
We remember and hold within our hearts those whose lives have been tragically lost through means of violence.
The interfaith community gathered to share its faith and peace traditions. The ceremonies included meditation, music, dance, poetry, and prayer. The entire event was part of the Faith Alive Catholic Social Teaching Series organized by members of the St. Peter's community. President Karnakia attended the event and shared a few words.
Well, this is a critically important event because the community is coming together to express its concern and outrage over the growing violence in American society. So I'm very hopeful that as more communities come together, as this one is doing, we'll start to see some real progress.
Before the ceremony, former Governor Florio was on campus to discuss gun control.
To read the full story, you can go online at powwow.com.
Turning to sports, our sports reporter, Matt Speckman, has a story on student-athlete turned coach.
My name is Preston Alders, and I'm from Missouri. I was born and raised in Des Moines, Iowa, moved when I was 12 to Missouri. I played a lot of sports growing up, and baseball stuck with me. It was my favorite thing to do. I always went out and played with my friends, and I loved the game with a passion. My senior year of high school, we went to the state championship, and this was actually the semifinal game. And we were down 5-3, and I came up to bat with 2 runners on, second and third base, and the pitcher, first pitch, hung me a curveball, and I crushed it over the fence. We went up 6-5, and we ended up winning the game and going into the championship. I had opportunities to play at Mizzou, Missouri State, and I had letters from Baylor and Arizona State and Texas A&M and a lot of different schools. But I'm injury plagued. I've had some injuries and scared a lot of guys off. I decided to come to St. Peter's because I was pretty stubborn going out of high school, and I had to go D1. I didn't want to go D2. All my friends were going D1, and I had to do it. So later on in the summer, after my sophomore year of college, I got a call on my phone. It said New Jersey. I was pretty excited, and I talked to the head coach at the time, it was Derek England, and he pursued me like crazy. And even when it came to the point where I thought it might not work out, he found a way to make it work out, and I was lucky to have somebody want me as much as I wanted to come here, especially having New York and everything around. It's pretty hard to pass up. As my senior year was winding down, I had great aspirations to play professionally. Every year in June they have the MLB draft, and I watched it like a hawk, hoping that my name would get called because I wanted to play so bad. And unfortunately it didn't work out, but I'm also fortunate enough to be able to come back here and continue to learn about baseball. Over the summer, I got a phone call from the head coach now, Sean Cashman, who I'm really close with, and he asked me if I wanted to come back and be a student assistant coach, and I immediately said yes, that I'd love to. I love being around the game, so if I'm not playing, it's on my mind nonstop. I have to be around it. Because from the outside looking in, it is incredible to see some guys that just push themselves to the limit, and then some guys who could be great that don't do it. I don't want anybody else to miss an opportunity that could be an opportunity of a lifetime, like playing professional baseball. 3 years from now, I hope to see myself playing baseball somewhere. If it doesn't work out and I get too old and I need to hang the spikes up, then I want to do something with business one day, maybe own my own business, and definitely stick around coaching.
Thanks, Matt. This campus is about 60% commuter and 40% resident. Who has it better? We send Jessica to investigate.
Are you one of those people who have to run out in between classes and feed the meter to avoid a ticket? Or are you just trying to avoid a fight with your roommate? Both commuters and residents have their problems, but who really has it worse? Tracy, could you tell me your worst commuting experience?
My worst commuting experience had to be when the library times didn't match the path times, so I missed my train, and I was hanging out with the homeless people until I got a ride.
So I'm guessing you'd rather be a resident.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell me your worst experience of being a resident.
My biggest complaint has to be just living in a six-man. I love the guys, but it's just when you live in an apartment with 5 other men, nothing gets clean, nothing gets done. So it can get kind of hectic when you guys just battling out who's going to do what.
So tell me, guys, what's your worst commuting experience?
Traveling, the traffic, because not only do we have to deal with the turnpike, as I do, I have to get up like 3 hours before class, because if you drive, you have the traffic on the turnpike, and if you take the train, you have to make your train, get to the train station, then take the path. So it's a crap load of just time and traffic.
My probably worst experience is traveling in the weather, because you know how with weather conditions and snow, I have an hour commute, so I have to wake up an hour and a half before time to get ready for classes.
So Erin, tell me your worst experience as a St. Pierre's resident.
Well, yesterday, the Wayland Hall, they put up mouse traps in the kitchen. My room is right next to the kitchen, so I'm a little worried that there's mice running around my room, and my bed is actually right against the wall for the kitchen floor, and seeing 5 mouse traps in the kitchen throws me off a little bit. Also, the people below us have the heat on full blast every day. If we put our feet down on the ground, it feels like a sauna for our feet, and it heats up our room. We open all the windows, we even have fans on in our room, and it's still 100 degrees, and it's ridiculous.
In the end, it's hard to pick a clear winner, but we want to know what you guys think. Residents or commuters? Share your story with us on Twitter. This is Jessica Hartland for Pauw Wow TV. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jess. As a commuter, I can definitely relate.
Me too. In fact, I have the page meter, so let's wrap this up.
Make sure you guys check us out on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Ksenia.
And I'm Tevin. Thanks for watching.